So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a damage system for your game. In front of me I have a couple of hazards. I got a fall that will kill a character. I have fire and I also have an enemy. The first damage system I'm going to show you is a basic one for falls. So when our character falls down here, we don't want them to fall forever. We want them to hit a trigger box that sets off an event to start a game over and to quit the game so that they don't fall forever. The first thing you got to do is make sure you're in position, and you've got to drag in the basics area of the place actors. Make sure you go to basics. You got to drag in a box trigger, and you can call this box trigger for game over and press enter when it's correct, and then you're going to get into position to resize it so it encompasses all of the fall area so that your character can actually hit it when they fall to their death. So let's see, I've done the x-axis, I'm gonna do the y-axis. Maybe the x-axis was a bit too wide, and I'm gonna make sure it's further enough so they do get that sensation of falling. You don't want it to happen straight away. Okay, that's great. And then we're going to add blueprints first to the character and then second to the level blueprints. So we're going to go to our character, and my character for this game setting, for this tutorial, is a first person character. Yours might be third person, yours might be my character or something, a blank character, but you got to go into your character blueprints, and my character is first person blueprint. I'm going to double click there, and I have lots of blueprints for the gun and the movement. I'm actually going to add my blueprints in this area, and I'm going to add by right clicking in an empty area using my mouse a custom event. I'm going to add a custom event, and I'm going to call it game over, and I think I'm going to put the word event in front of it. Event game over, and press enter. And I am going to simply drag a node into an empty area and add a quit game function. And I'm going to select everything and press C on my keyboard and just write quit game. Press enter so that it's organized. Compile, save. So this is in the first person character, and we've done our work here, so we're going to close it, and we want to now add blueprints to the level blueprints referencing this trigger box. Yeah, so if you've clicked off it, it's going to look like that. Make sure you click this box trigger icon, and then you go to up here in the tab blueprints, open level blueprints, and you've got all these other nodes, but you don't need them. because we are going to add a event begin overlap that's reference to the trigger box that we had on our main editor. So you right click and you go to add event for fall game over trigger box 6, which is what we had. I'm going to press the drop down and then go to collision, and I want an add on actor begin overlap. Your names might be different depending on what you named it, but I named it fall game over trigger box 6. So you need to go down this path, add on actor begin overlap, and I'm going to scroll forward, and we are going to cast to, it could be my character, it could be first person character, it could be third person character, but my one is first person character. And we are going to put the other actor node as the object, and then we are going to cast this cast to first person character, or connect it and place a new node that is the custom event we created. Yeah, so event game over. If it doesn't show up, toggle with the context sensitive, but mine shows up event game over. And then as first person character, yep, we need to connect these two functions. So there you go. It should look like that. We're going to select everything and comment it, and this is going to be called fall game over box, just so we know what it is and what it's connected to. Compile, save once you're happy with this, and then our work is done in this window. Close it, and we can test this first person level and see what happens when we fall down here. Press play, and I'm gonna walk here, and I'm not, can I make it to the other side? I can, but say I don't, what's gonna happen? There you go. That's what needs to happen. The minute you overlap this box, you need to die, and the game over, and the game over starts, and Unreal Engine stops you from playing the game. Okay, that's part one. I'm going to show you how to do the fire and the enemy next.